What is going on, everybody? It's Monday night, which means it's time for the Toy Picks Monday Night live stream, where tonight we're going to be discussing effects, and I'll show you why I had picked up this Tamashii Nations high heel slash smoke effect, and I'm having a blast with this thing. And I started digging through my other effects and all that, and I thought, practical photography? Maybe there is a way for me to pull off a little more of that. I'm always going to love my Photoshop when it comes to color adjustments anyway. But in the meantime, if you're catching this on the replay, let me know what are some of your favorite effects. Let me know who makes them. Is it maybe something you do yourself? Or do you find stuff on eBay and Etsy or like these Tamashii Nations? I'm curious because now, like I said, I'm thinking a lot more practical photography could be fun because the picture I did on Friday had almost no Photoshop with it. I'll even show you guys what's going on with that a little later here. I'll get it all queued up right now, and we'll open the other that I just did today that wasn't nearly as good. But yeah, so let me know, ladies and gents, about effects. I'll show you what I did on these two pictures, and then we're going to do a whole lot of internet sleuthing. You guys are going to let me know what's awesome, and we'll go from there. So, welcome everybody to the best chat on all of YouTube slash X. The people in this chat, they win. They win at life. This is why people come here. It's not for this. No, it's for all of them down there that I'm going to start chatting with right now. As always, we are starting with the great Sci-Fi George. What's up, Sci-Fi? Greetings and toytations, everyone. This weekend, Bobby Valla unveiled the Praetorian Fury. I saw that. That thing looks amazing, I must say. Yes. Let's see now. A heavy weapons android loaded to the gills, covered in hues of green and accessories, loaded with two Gatling. I'm gonna guess guns. We're going with guns. Two Gatling guns. Ha ha ha! I am smart. And two flamethrowers, along with canisters of ammo and the usual Praetorian accessories. This will be the DFW exclusive and will later be up on the Balaber site near the end of July. This is $40 for everything you get with that thing. $40. I gotta think that's a pretty decent deal. Thanks for letting us know about that one, Sci-Fi. I saw the picture, but I didn't know all the things. There's also 100 variants that will come with blue flames instead of the typical amber color. Speaking of Praetorians, my three white Praetorians arrived today, unfortunately. I didn't get a translucent Praetorian. I'm guessing on that one. Good Lord, I got to back this up, ladies and gentlemen. My head, it's huge. It's got its own planetoid. One, but they still look great. Amazing what a fresh coat of paint and a few extra accessories can do for a figure. These green fries combined with all the military extras I mentioned last week will. These green guys. I'm guessing guys, not fries, though fries sound tasty this fine evening. Make my upcoming Hulk versus military diorama the Cirque du Soleil of military combat. There's also a few pics of live action He Man circulating, and he could use a few creatine sandwiches. Woo, creatine. Now, back to you. Let's see. Esteemed? Nah, maybe not. Let's see. Let's see what we get here. Dave and the eighth wonder of the world, the esteemed chat. Fantastic, Sci-Fi. Thanks a ton. I saw the silhouette picture of the actor who's playing He-Man in the He-Man character, well, dressed as He-Man from the back. So you saw the sword and all that stuff. That's all I saw, though. Sounds like there's more out there. Let us keep going. Skew, what is up, man? Good to see you. Woo! Between 616 and 620, BBTS will have 20% off Joe action figures. I saw that come across. That's awesome. So, hey, if you guys are missing them, go, go, go. Hut, hut, hut. Move, move, move. Spaded one. Why did the golfer pack an extra pair of pants? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, dear. And here it is. We have, in case he got a hole in one. I read that. I'm trying to hold back the laughter because that is kind of funny, but I have to try and make Spaded One feel silly. All right, fine. That was good. Dang it! Stupid me. Spaded One. But seriously, every retro carded G.I. Joe should come with a red or blue laser. That would be awesome. I did make red and blue laser effects for G.I. Joe and Cobra. Actually, yeah, because G.I. Joe's red and Cobra's blue, I believe. And then, because I did the 80s, kind of an 80s assortment. So then I think the Autobots fire yellow and the Decepticons fire purple. Sorry, random me going off on different things there. It happens. What's up, Paul? Good to see you, man. Thank you very much for chatting with the people. Oh, what do we have? That's right. I'm getting tons of messages, Dave. I messaged you yesterday on Instagram. Did you happen to catch it? I did not. Not only that, I think I left my phone somewhere. I mean, it's here, but I'm not getting up from the chair. That's lame. No, help me out, Sci-Fi. What did you send? Skew sent me some stuff too. I've been bad at the phone. This weekend I had a lot to do, and I finally have figured out a little bit more of what I'll do when it comes to toy picks. I'll let you guys know here in a little bit. Spaded One, oh my God, guys, I just made a breakthrough. HG and RG Gundam laser sword effects fit into classified gun. Oh, I've wondered about that. You know how they've got so Bandai also makes 30 minutes missions characters, and they're little, I don't know, what would you guys say? Like 5 or 6 inch tall action figures that are robots. They come with a lot of laser stuff. And they're probably cheaper than HG and RG Gundams. So look those up, like high grade. Which one's RG again? Like, I think H is high grade, correct? But yeah, look up 30 minutes missions. They're not very expensive, and they have a lot of effects that I didn't even think about. Those might work. Good Lord. Okay. Red or blue lasers are fire. Include them on retros. Man, retros all need extra hands. Like I saw the retro stalker today, but it was the old mold, so I decided that the Valiver's hands wouldn't work with them. Made me sad. Hey gang, what's up, Star? 3-0 drop pre-orders for 1/6 scale Cyberpunk Edge Runners Lucy. It's financially the end of days. Star, I saw that and you were the first person I thought of. I'm going, oh my goodness, is he going to go nuts for this? LBZ, what is up, sir? Good to see you. Yo, yeah, I do want to get the Bandai smoke effects. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. And I've got a few other effects here that I didn't think of that I just don't use that much. But after messing with the smoke, I'm going to have to mess a little bit more with all of this. Pixelated poses. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping in. Uh-oh. Skew. Okay, Star, there is a fire pic of 112 Godzilla yoga posing on its tail. Nice. I have not seen that yet, I don't believe. Whoo! What have we? I saw that guy's review. Very impressive. Oh boy. Is it 112? Did I get that right? A 112 scale Godzilla would be huge, Skew. It would be enormous. Ah, what have I done? Hold on. I think we had a jump. Oh, we did. Just slight. Spaded One. What have we? RG is real grade. HG is cheap. Hobby Lobby does 40% off all models, including Gundams, every other week. Nice. All right, so maybe we can load up on those a little bit for some effects as well. I didn't even think of that. Like I don't look at Gundam stuff enough. You can get a 30-minute missions kit there with 2 laser effects for like $15. Nice. Ooh, see, this is fun stuff now. I'm loving this stuff because I want to know. So I've seen people do lightning type things, not just with the Bandai effects, but I swear they use reflective tape or something else because it looks like it lights up for real without having to get tricky with Photoshop. And I want to know how to do that kind of thing. Skew, you mean the High Godzilla or the 1/6 Lucy? The high is around 7 to 8 inches. Yeah, I was thinking, man, if you did a 1/12 scale Godzilla, it would be roughly the size of a 2 or 3 story house. At least the one in Godzilla minus one. Unless it's the first appearance in that movie, then maybe you could get away with maybe the first floor. Star, the one yoga posing on its tail is 7 inch or 8 inch. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, because that would be a mess. All right, I want to show you guys real quick the pictures. So I've got two. One of them is good, one of them not so much. And I feel kind of bad because that's what I did this fine evening. This is the one that I posted this fine evening. Let's actually, hold on, let's start here. This Chester is the picture that I posted tonight that I shot earlier today. And I used these Bandai fire effects, which are sweet, but they matched the color of Chester so much that it was hard to get some real, it was hard to make it look right. Like there was too much orange, too much everything else. These did not work so well for me, but because of the smoke, I really want to play and make them work. I don't know. Hold on, the screen's kind of small. So let's stop this screen real quick and I'll show you these guys. These are, I think they're the red ones, the red Tamashii fire effects. Tried using those. You just saw Chester. Didn't work out as well as I would have liked. Obviously, there was a lot of color correction in that. And then I've also got beyond the smoke effects, because obviously you guys know I have those. I have these little bomb burst kind of things, and I like them, but sometimes it's really hard to make it look right because of these spike things. It's almost like if I shave the spike things off, these would be a little easier to work with. But truly, because of those smoke effects, I really want to start messing with this kind of stuff a lot more. So that's kind of what we're going to be chatting about a little bit, is maybe some practical application of this stuff on top of what all we can swing with it. So yeah, that was Chester's. This is tonight's prompt pick. I believe I said your fiery action figures, a photo thread, because this is the flaming hot Chester. I mean, it was fun to shoot, but I should have tried to make the background so it was maybe a more vibrant blue or something. Something so that something so that it separated itself, so the background separated itself more from all the oranges. On the other hand, Chester being the same color doesn't help with that either. So there's a little lesson for me. Obviously, a ton of color adjustment. This one, though, this is probably the best photo I've taken in a while. And you can see that it's the smoke. I didn't do hardly anything. This is a few color adjustments. And the only thing I really did beyond a few color adjustments is I had to scale it so it fits in the size frame I always use. And then down in the bottom left corner here, that smoke didn't go all the way down. So what I used was a tool in Photoshop called Content Aware. So what I did was I selected this area and clicked Content Aware as a fill. So you go to Edit, Fill, Content Aware. And as much as people don't like AI, Content Aware was Adobe AI in about 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. It basically reads the area around it and fills in with that information. So the real photoshopping work I did on this picture, that was it. So most of this I just shot with the lighting setup and everything else, and the smoke ended up sweet. I kind of lucked into the smoke looking this good. I was really concentrating on lighting the figures, but the smoke ended up awesome. And it's because of this picture that I was like, okay, we need to start talking effects. That's the stuff that made me happy. Not that one, not that one. That one was sadness. This one, that's the good stuff. So let's see what we've got in the chat going on. Cheese-tastic, Dave. Thank you, Skew. I appreciate it. But you can see, like, this one just has a lot more dimension and everything else, in part because of the colors. Star, yep, they're just a bit larger than SHMs. Okay. SHFs, maybe? Maybe I don't know. I had no idea, but that pose makes it fire. They are fire if they can pose like that. That's fair. That's fair. Harry, Dave, how heavy are the wires in Gambit's coats? I got the CT Toys Gambit, and the wire is thicker than any Mofex I purchased. I couldn't tell you, Harry. I can tell you that whenever I've messed with the wires, it stays. So, I mean, I would say probably pretty heavy. The one cape that I wish they'd have heavier wires, well, most capes, but the one I'm thinking of off the bat is the Hush Batman. Like, that would be sweet if that had heavier wires and a wire right down the center. That thing would be perfect. But I can't tell you. I've never pulled them apart. I couldn't tell you what gauge. But like I said, I can tell you that it's never lost its shape when I've messed with that wire. So my assumption would be it's a heavier wire than Mofex generally uses. But congrats on the CT, man, because Gambit is one of the best figures that's ever been made at 112 scale. Skew, I have to say, for ESPN Sports Center's Stuart Scott, rest in peace, they want FX. Bum stiggity, bum hum, boo, wow, booyah. Oh, wow, man. Stuart Scott, he was one of the all-timers, man. He was a fave. I used to watch way more ESPN than anybody should have. Skew, yeah, that tail pose is amazing. Those joints and Hayas really set the bar for everyone else. Man, Haya seems to be kind of killing it a little bit. So I need to figure out things. Dave, that Pickett's X-tastic with some live DOS effects. Woo-wee! Thank you, Skew. I appreciate it. But this is the pick that made me look and go, wow, I've really got to start going a little more practical. And I love Photoshop. Obviously, I make a lot of effects for Photoshop, but yeah, this one when I saw it, I'm going, huh, okay. SH Monster Arts. Oh, SHM. Okay, thank you, Star. I appreciate it. So yeah, I showed you pretty much the effects I have. Let's get out of this real quick. These are, so you saw these fire pieces. I'm going to show you all the fire ones because they came in the same set. So we got this, we've got these. I still have to figure out. Obviously, they work together, but it's kind of tough to mess with them a little bit. And then we got several smaller fire effects that are pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. And in the pack of Tamashi's, the boom or the bomb kind of effects, these are 3 of these. They're the same thing. This one was AliExpress, so I don't know if it was the hardcore stuff. I don't know if it was worse detail or not. This came with the fire stuff as well. There's all kinds of little fire pieces that are fire, but they're cool. So yeah, these are the things that I need to learn how to mess with a little bit more. A little bit of fire. Let's see. We'll try and set something up. Maybe a little bit. A little bit of fire. A little bit of smoke. We're smoking now over here. Ooh, it's kind of hard to set up fire when I've got a red shirt. So let's try this. There, we'll put the fire in front of the smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire after all. And then we can put that there. Yeah, that doesn't do much either. Tell you what, let's get rid of all these because they're in my way for typing anyway. Okay. Don't even the cloud. Spaded one. What have you, sir? Just opened my Mofex Deadpool before the stream, having a blast on the floor with my toys like a 9-year-old. Awesome. I was looking at Deadpool this weekend. I'm like, okay, I gotta start making some of this stuff happen. Star, I thought those were blood splattering effects. A bit dark for this show, isn't it? It would be if they were blood splattering effects, but no, these are, I don't know how they're supposed to work. But yeah, they're supposed to be, you can see kind of the translucency going on a bit. But yeah, like blood splatters generally a little flatter when it's like this. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're supposed to be flames, but maybe they don't sell it as well as they would like. And I wanted to show you real quick also, guys. Check this out. This one has nothing to do with me. This is where I found the smoke effects. Let me do this real quick. This is a site called Factory Direct Hobbies. And almost everybody is sold out of the smoke effect, but this is where I ended up getting mine, and right now it's $25.99. So the reason maybe they have it in stock is because people are typing Tamashii Nations Smoke, and it's not coming up. Type Tamashii Effect or Tamashii Smoke, and you're good. Leave the nations out of it, and it'll show up. You got the $25.99. Their shipping is not insane. So if you want this smoke effect, head over to Factory Direct Hobbies. I think this is the only one. I think I looked for more stuff. Hang on. Let's try. Let's go to Tamashii Effect here. Looks like they might have a little bit of that lightning or that standy thing too. That standy thing. Go me with the words. Okay. Okay. So we've got the Teal Thunder still that they've got. We've got Yellow Thunder. I think that's about it. So you got Teal Thunder, you got Smoke, you got Yellow Thunder. So if you're looking for any of those things, Factory Direct Hobby has you covered. Factory Direct Hobbies. I'm sorry, it's factorydirecthobbies.com. And the reason I brought them up is because that's where I found the stuff, and I don't know about other people. Like, I don't know who else has them. Amazon has pretty bright battery powered single light LEDs that would work for those fire effects. I gotta start picking some of those up. Are those the ones they look like little capsules, Harry? Because I've seen the ones that look like capsules and the ones that almost look like candle lights. The ones that look like candle lights are probably called candle lights. Star miniature gaming fans have been using painted steel wool for smoke effects for years to wonderful success. I would not have thought of that. Ooh, that's a cool idea. That's something I should be looking up. Is some of the miniature gamers out there, find out what they're using. The Harbinger Kickstarters are showing up to folks now. Will open tomorrow. Awesome, Skew. I'm still waiting on Wave 3. Wave 3 is key. Open mine. Oh, okay. Very nice. I went a little Borat there. Specifically, they're Frazetta Warrior with ball and chain. Man, I need to get one of those things. Yep, got it. Okay, I assume you're talking about. Okay, yep, never mind. Sorry, Harry. I forgot I asked you the question. But yeah, I will check those capsule lights out. They're about the size of a penny. Okay, got it. Yeah, that would be sweet. That would be very cool to pick up stuff like that. Because that's, photography. Necessary. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what everybody's drinking tonight. I'm taking it back to first grade. I'm loading up on chocolate milk. Ah, delectable. Okay, so let's get out of Factory Direct Hobbies now. That might be, I'm going to get out, but it might be worth bookmarking Factory Direct Hobbies just in case you go to find some of this stuff and you can't find it anywhere. Oh, never mind. The yellow is sold out. You're still good on the little, I think that's teal, right? I mean, it looks teal to me. Maybe turquoise, however you want to define this one. But yeah, Factory Direct Hobbies might be a place that you guys want to look. Just keep in the back of your mind, keep it in your bookmarks for when you can't find something somewhere else. No, awesome choice of beverage. I'm pretty excited about it. Let me see what we've got as far as Tamashii effects here. Because the reason that I went there is because their smoke effect on Amazon is crazy pricey. Like it sold out, so I think it's something like 55 or 60 bucks right now. So that's why I ended up going through Factory Direct Hobbies. That's why I ended up finding them. See, yeah, check this. Burning Flame. This is what I got. Although mine doesn't look quite as orange, but check that out though. 77.60. So yeah, these effects they can be pretty pricey. But if we are looking at them, the ones that I'm most curious about are this boom kind of landing on the ground thing, because this looks like it's just a landing on the ground effect. But if you click on it, and I didn't know that there was more to it than that, hang on, you can see that you get quite a few. So you can use these for all kinds of stuff. I saw Nostalgia Mox talk about this thing, and you can use it like a gun blast. You can use it for a ship taking off. There's all kinds of things. Plus, I mean, I saw this and I was thinking Superman punching the ground, or maybe a Goku eventually. So this one might be an underrated one that I want to pick up. This water, I think, is necessary. I'm wondering about Storm, like just hurdling a typhoon or something. But then there's also this blue lightning here. They got the same teal lightning. I love this effect, the impact. But I'm checking this too. Like that looks a little more, when in X-Men 97, where they all jump out of the Blackbird and Psyche is using his optic blast to slow himself down and all that. That could be that boom effect that we saw. Or when they land, somebody just lands with a crash and that kicks up that kind of effect, that dirt. I know it's supposed to be for Ultraman, but it doesn't have to be for Ultraman. There we go. Like the worst part here is we would get a bunch of stuff with this effect that we just wouldn't use, if you're me anyway, because I would only be getting it for that dirt stuff. But maybe I could find something to do with this others, besides maybe use the Ultraman head. Brick, what's up, sir? Good to see you, man. I have water with ice. By the way, don't buy the knockoff versions of the effects. Yeah, I might be learning that a little bit with these bomb-like deals and with the fire. Woohoo! All right, Skew. These effects are awesome for pics and just display too. Figures come to life. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like I feel like figures coming to life just in the photos is where the fun's at. I mean, for me, 100% facts. Skew water great for Airbender, Namor, and Aquaman, Black Manta, Storm, and Namorita. Oh yeah. Why did I not think? I mean, obviously Aquaman I should have thought of, but the others, ooh, ouch. I don't know things. Let's see, the water can also be used as an energy building effect depending on the character. It's all about context. That's true. That's true. Ghost Tab, what's up, man? Good to see you. Whoo! So that's where we're at looking at the Tamashii Nation style effects. So let me know, guys, what makes the best effects? Who makes the best effects out there? How are things going in the office, Dave? Okay, so check this out, everybody. There's still a lot that needs to be done. But something that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be marketing just basic product photography services. With that money, I'm going to be able to build toy picks much larger, like with the money that I get from the product photography services. And something you'll all be glad to know, because I am very glad to know it, especially after the last live stream, I finally got a hold of Xfinity. So I'm going to be signing their paperwork tonight after I'm done on the stream, and then scheduling a time for somebody to finally come in and give me the internets. And just for you guys, just because I am sure eventually I'll be opening up toy picks to the people, I made sure that there's a guest Wi-Fi as well. Just because I figure that's important in the quote. So that's how it's going right now, Brick. Thanks for asking, man. Back, Static Shock, and Electro. Oh, you know what you could use this base for? You could use like this dirt base for a Sandman. Like if anybody has a Marvel Legends Sandman figure, that would be pretty sweet. Put that at the bottom of them. Sci-Fi almost forgot. Gridiron Studios released its monster 8-wheeler Phalanx Troop Carrier for Joe/military personnel at the ultra low price of $400. Tax and shipping not included. I don't know that I saw that. I mean, Gridiron makes some cool stuff, but wow. Anton, the last of the Time Lords, is here. Good to see you, Anton. Thanks for stopping in, sir. That thing is fire. Yeah, I need to find it now. Many of these can be made at home using, let's see, hang on, what have we? More affordable materials. Thermoplastic can make a lot of different effects from fire to water to Venom's organic tentacles. Imagination is the only limit. Sadly, for me, it's imagination and time. So I keep looking at this stuff going, man, it would be nice to be able to make it myself. Once I can free up some time, I'm definitely going to give that a shot. I want to get into dio building and all those things. But right now, this is the way to go. It's buying dios and it's buying effects for me. But Star, if you have other ideas, fire stuff off. I know Mate Mylar, who I follow on X/Twitter, if you guys are anywhere, you need to be following his stuff. He always shoots G.I. Joe photos, and they're phenomenal. He did a picture of bats one day, and it was so good. I got a hold of him and asked him because he's basically, I think he only does practical effects. I don't know if he does color adjustments in Photoshop, but I asked him how he did some explosion effects that were coming off of bats' chest, like bats as in battle android troopers. And he said it's just hot glue. He basically shaped hot glue, put it on their chest, lit it up, and it looked like these crazy explosions coming on. It was awesome. So I would love to be able to do that. It's just that time right now is not allowing it. All right, what have you, Anton? Final Jeopardy tonight. Who had a little bit of a nerdy flair? So the question is in 1974. This artist pretended to be swimming so that he could put it on this book's cover. Da, 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 da. I got nothing. That's terrible. I'm out. Anybody? Euler? Spaded one. I want to paint that shape thing red and glue it to my Mophex Venom's open mouth. Oh, that's a good call too. Ooh, that wouldn't be bad at all. Let's see. Yep, cue the music. S-shaped. Oh, I found it. I found it. Pixelated. What have ye? Does anyone have a good wall break effect, like someone punching a hole in a wall, or is do it yourself the only option? Man, I should have brought. No, that wouldn't work. Never mind. Tragic Hero made me a thing that is awesome, but it's more like a ground pound effect, so it wouldn't really work for punching a hole into a wall. Somebody is making kind of a cement effect. I can't remember who it is. It might be Tamashii, where it looks like the cement is kind of flying a little bit. And that could be something that you could maybe surround a hole with. I'm not sure, though. We might look that up. Because now that I brought it up, I'm sure somebody's doing it. I want to find it. Star, green stuff epoxy, as well as other mini gaming materials can be used for these. It's a blast. Green stuff epoxy. Nice. Okay. Anton, I left the chat last time to go watch the Saturday Night Live retrospective. They're doing all the seasons of SNL on YouTube, and they talked about the last season with Will Ferrell. Nice. I didn't watch it a ton when Will Ferrell was on there. Anton finally joined them. They had to clean house. David Spade and many of the others, and poor Norm Macdonald eventually got fired from that season because he made too many comments about OJ. I knew that about Norm. And it bums me out because the guys that like always crazy respect for the original cast of anything, right? But the guys that I grew up with that I thought were just hilarious were guys like Dana Carvey and Phil Hartman. And then you got everybody coming in from Sandler and Spade and Rock and Farley. And Norm was, I mean, so many of these legendary talents. But I read recently that even though I found Sandler and his crew just hilarious, the ratings were kind of dying a little bit. So it makes sense that they had to clean house. But what bums me out about the Norm part is the only reason he was fired. I mean, yes, the OJ jokes, but that's because one of the people in charge of NBC, one of the executives, was friends with OJ. Norm was hilarious. He was making great jokes. He was why people started watching that show at some points. And then you're like, no, sorry, I'm buddies with OJ. You got to go because you went a little far. Like, I think he was told not to do it anymore, and he kept doing it, which, classic Norm. This is why everybody respects Norm Macdonald. Anton, yes, I knew that automatically, and originally the title for that book was going to be Leviathan Rising. Things I don't know. What's up, Dave, folks? Toy Odyssey. Thanks for stopping in, man. I think we're having a good time. I think people are enjoying themselves. This is, after all, the greatest group of chatters on the interwebs. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Just got my Cobra Vipers today. Nice, incredible troop builders. Also got my Mofex Scarecrow and Riddler. Oh, jealous. I'm jealous of all those, man. Congratulations. I need some Vipers. I need some Vipers. I need some Praetorians. I need some troop builders. So I gotta get to work on this stuff. That's why I'll be doing product photographers via toy picks or product photography via toy picks. Try hot glue gun, then paint and light it like Dave said. My froggy stuff has really done tons with it. Try it. It's versatile. Nice. I gotta look up my froggy stuff. Yeah, man. Like the hot glue trick, when I don't know if I can find that picture. Hang on, let me see if I can. It's about how well they set everything up with alt tags and all that stuff. If I can really find it. Battle Android. I know. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I want to see. They gotta have that pic. Come on now. He's Mate Mylar on Instagram too. I just saw that. You know what I'm gonna do? Since everybody's been selling me Instagram or sending me Instagram messages, and since Mate Mylar's on there, I might be able to scroll through really quickly and find the picture I'm talking about because it was pretty amazing. Oh shoot! Apparently I'm not logged in. All right, everybody. Think I can remember my password and all that good stuff? This is what we call riveting entertainment. As I try to figure out the password, as I push the buttons. Oh, okay. I was wrong with that one. Let's try this one. If I can't log into my Instagram, there will be sadness. Okay. I got one. I win. Save your login info. Not now. All right. Sorry, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to get this going pretty quickly once I get in there. The problem is that it was a while back that he took it. Ain't Mylar. Here we go. All right, let me share the screen real quick. And I'll go through. But this way, you guys will see some of the work that he does as well. Like, check this out. This was amazing. And of course, I had to tell him that we're going to need a 1985 version with Flint in the lead. But look at this behind the scenes. Holy crap. That is crazy what he's got going on back there. That's the kind of stuff I need to figure out how to do. He's got lights on a boom, and there's just, it's great stuff that he puts together. So if you guys aren't following Mate Mylar yet, make sure you do. So I'm just gonna, you're gonna kind of gonna see these as I scroll through, but I'm gonna see if I can find that bat picture I was telling you about. Like you can see here, obviously, because he does practical, he did find a way to light these bad boys up. And that's the kind of stuff I need to figure out as well. And blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to sit here and fill dead air now and talk as I scroll through. I know. This is a pain. Oh, that Baroness pic. Check that out. Just with the way that he lit the back of her head. Look at that. Like her head just pops out on that fire. That is incredible work. Yeah, definitely follow Mate Mylar. It's Matemylar if you're not following yet. Because that's just impressive stuff. Here it is. Booyah. So this is the picture that I found, and I'm like, dude, you gotta tell me how you're setting up that stuff. And he's very cool. He's very open with how he does his stuff. So yeah, he said it's all just hot glue. Looks like explosions coming off the bat and everything. I thought that was incredibly cool. And now that I found it, I can get back to the chat. Sorry, I was on a mission. Maybe make the foot splash effects of someone running through puddles, followed by bullet effects hitting water right behind them using clear epoxy or other taxidermy materials. Ooh, I don't know anything about taxidermy, but clear epoxy I could play with a little bit. Star, I might be able to swing some of this a little, just a touch, of course. The answer is Jaws. Oh man. Okay, I was way wrong. Thank you, Anton, for keeping us filled in. Sci-fi, the lightning effects would be great for Black Adam or anyone in the Captain Marvel / Shazam family. Yeah, that's true. I was thinking, for whatever reason, I don't think DC as much as I think Marvel, and I love DC. But when I was going through my best photos, or what I think of as my best photos, there were a lot more Marvel than DC, probably because I can complete teams or put larger groups together like the X-Men. But let's see here. I was thinking Storm, I was thinking Thor, Shazam, obviously, and you're right. Anybody in the Captain Marvel family would pretty much be perfect. But yeah, who else? Because after Thor and Storm, I kind of died with my ideas there. Skew, I have seen some dios on eBay or Etsy somewhere. Wall break dio. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. All right, Harry, what have ye? Dave, you can buy 112 scale bricks off of AliExpress. Those and some super glue. You can make some awesome punched wall holes. Oh, I didn't think of that. That's a great idea, Harry. You can super glue some of those bricks flying off. If you have some of those stands or just copper wire, you can set up the bricks so they're flying through, like they're flying through the air, and then you can take enough pictures where you can erase out the lines or the wire that's holding the bricks. Like, I'll probably never be able to get away from that kind of photoshopping. But that's an idea too, because bricks aren't super expensive. Ah, but have we, Ghost have? Colin Quinn and Norm Macdonald were my favorite weekend update anchors on SNL. Colin Quinn was pretty quality too, man. He was funny. But Norm was a, I don't know, man. Norm was insane. I think that helps. That helps me. I feel better about myself when I see other insane people. Harry, can use super glue or hot glue sticks too. They come in clear and colored sticks. Oh, skew. That's a great idea. Like because that's not so much sculpting. So you buy a glue stick or you just buy like the glue, like the stuff that you fill a hot glue gun with. and just light those. Oh, skew. Now you're talking. Now I might be able, because I was thinking of shaping all this stuff. And you're basically saying, oh, no, that's not necessary. Anton David Spade had to leave that year. He said he was going to do the movies, but I think it was this comment. He had a show called David Spade's America and made a comment about Eddie Murphy. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Yeah, you don't mess with SNL royalty like that. Sci-fi SNL for me is the OG cast, the Eddie Murphy and Joe Piscopo cast, and the Norm Macdonald cast. That's probably about right, man. That's probably pretty close for me too. I don't I don't know. I don't know the Joe Piscopo era quite as well, but Johnny Dangerously made me a fan of Joe Piscopo. My mother said that to me once. Once. Whoo! And we go. Remember Colin Quinn on remote control. Convert. I don't. I remember Colin Quinn had a show where he would have people on. Oh man, it was on Comedy Central, I think, and he had kind of a panel, but I can't remember what that was called. It's good stuff. I've seen some customizers use glue to make saliva effect on yelling face sculpts. Oh, that's a great call too. Oh man. I just need to find, so we've got this hot glue here for this bat picture, for instance, right? How exactly, even with tiny lights, how do you get that light to happen? That's what I've got to figure out. And if you guys know, just straight up answer it up now. Because anybody knows this stuff, this is how we all improve our photos. Because I was thinking about it for my stuff, and I'm like, there's no photo filter out there. Like there's no filter you can just buy to put on your lens that's going to give me the richness of color that I want while allowing some dulled down stuff. Like you'd have to buy a bunch that would say, let's pull out the blues, let's pull out the reds or whatever. So there will always be color adjustments in my photos. But if I don't have to figure out how to do these crazy blast effects via Photoshop, that would be a lifesaver. So yeah, people know stuff. Let me know. Okay, the combination is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, dang it! You caught that, didn't you, Spaded One? It's a sweet shot, though, isn't it? Ah, lame sauce. Ghost Tab Skew. Colin Quinn also nailed it. Tough crowd. That's the one, Ghost Tab. That's the one I was trying to come up with. I love how a lot of times we just go back into old SNL. That's good times. Yes, for some reason, Weekend Update was the only thing that was really worth watching on SNL for a long time, even today. Ugh, ugh. That's why they always give it to the people that really know what's up and can be hilarious, I think. Anton, that is a really cool G.I. Joe setup. I love the Wolverine vehicle there. That looks cool. Yeah, he killed it with that shot. When I saw that, I'm just like, wow, okay, dude, we need an 85 version. Go, go, go. Get on it. Spay One, I've always loved SNL. Even in the seasons people claim to hate, there are still gems. That's true. That's true. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. But yeah, I need to get back in a little bit. Like I've been trying, this is lame, guys. I've been trying to be in bed by like 9 or 10 every night, including weekends. Horribly lame. Not perfect for the social life. But I do feel a lot more consistent with a lot of stuff, but it makes it so I might have to record some SNL. It's odd the snow job is walking there with his skis and all his equipment. Yeah, yeah, maybe it's just wintry with a lot of stuff, with a lot of explosions going on, and he can handle it. And the other guys are like, there's going to be explosions. We're just going to make sure we're in our regular gear. Custom foliage is pretty fun to make using tracing paper coated with Hodgepodge, then painted. Use plant display wire from any nursery for vines and branches. coat them with glue to thicken them up. Star, you need a YouTube channel, my friend. I would totally follow these tips. Like, I would get on there and be like, okay, guys, let's see what Star's making this time. I would love to see you putting that stuff together. I mean, I'm sure there are people that do it, but you're Star, so I would watch you. Anton, that Transformers picture that you see, let's see, their Shockwave is a very famous Transformer cover. Oh, yeah, I remember that cover. Pixelated, using real 1/12 scale bricks is a pain. They are so small. That's fair. I don't have any, but you're right. You might want to get like the cement block ones. Those are at least a little bigger. I will now continue to push the buttons. A quick trip to Hobby Lobby's dollhouse section is a toy photographer's dream. So many 1/12 props and furniture for cheap. Yeah, I know. I need to be doing that a lot more. And like I've told you guys, I have a zillion places in walking distance. Hobby Lobby is one of those zillion places. Star, sheets of polyester can be used for all kinds of things. It's very strong yet flexible. Keep it clear or use it for the core of something sculpted on top. Great stuff. I don't even know. Sheets of polyester? I've never seen, like, huh. So, like, do they sell? So, say, if I'm looking at this effect, for instance, or these effects on this bat photo, do they sell just a sheet of yellow polyester and you just cut it out and wrap it around stuff? Is that what you're saying? Like, weird. That might be really sweet too. Alex, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping in. We are talking effects. So let me know in the chat, what are some of your favorite effects out there? Yep, that hot glue gun with the sticks. That's right. Sweet. Did anyone pre-order the Mezco Batman animated series fig? Looks awesome. I did not, Alex, only because I tend to stick with just the main variants of these things. So, like, what is it called in DC, guys? So in Marvel, it's the 616. In DC, is it the Prime Earth or something like that? Basically, in Marvel, I just collect 616. In DC, I just collect your regular standard figures. But that one did look good. I need a Mezco. I do. I need some Mezco. Everybody keeps pointing out that Destro. That might be the one. Pixelated Star. Yeah, the 1 foot by 1 foot squares can be used for all sorts of things. They're easy to cut, but it takes time and practice to get it right. Can I make it work, or can I make it works wonders? Can I make, okay. So is that, I'm assuming that's a channel, right? Star, you could make flexible tentacles using that same gardening wire coated with Elmer's and painted. I'm feeling a Venom custom working his way to the top over here. See, all those things are great ideas. And sometimes I don't know if it's that my imagination is so limited. I mean, I know it is in many instances for sure. But some of this stuff you guys are bringing up, I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. So some of it is also ignorance for sure. Yeah, this thing is sweet. Joker was teased in the pics. Ooh, I didn't notice that. So true. I love it. You're absolutely right about it taking time to master. Gotta figure these things out. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, that Batman does look good, and that Joker. Anton, Joe Piscopo is in that group of very talented. Even the original SNL cast had tons of problems because there were a lot of them were difficult to work with. Oh yeah, for sure. But sometimes the people that are tough to work with oftentimes end up being the most creative. So it's kind of a it's kind of a double-edged sword. The people that are the best at their craft aren't always the people that get along with everybody else, no matter what that craft is. Did anybody see the longer trailer for the Naked Gun? Looks pretty funny. I didn't. Did they release one recently? And yes, folks, I finally saw the Spaceballs trailer, which pretty much had me rolling. But there was one that came out a few weeks ago for Naked Gun. Did one just come out like yesterday or something? I'm still pushing buttons. Do you drink a glass of warm milk next to your readers before going to sleep, Grandpa Dave? See, I'm not Grandpa Dave because it's chocolate milk, so I'm good to go. Excuse me, whippersnapper, while I drink a little of this right now. However, I am going to have to drink it faster because it is warming up. Ugh. Nobody likes warm milk, except maybe cats. First one got me, and now Spaceballs 2. Fire! Okay, what have we with the spaded one? I'm all in on Naked Gun, but Spaceballs 2 has me legit worried. Man, I'm worried about. So Mel Brooks is playing Yogurt. Mel Brooks is 98. Is Mel Brooks going to be around to play Yogurt? I hope so. That's my one worry. I think they're going to just attack everything, and it's going to be a return to form from way back. Like it's going to be those old school spoof movies, and it's going to be great. I genuinely believe that. I just hope Mel makes it through. Anton, the rumor is that they want to use a computer image of John Candy to put him in the movie. I'd say get another actor and have him be his son. Yeah. I mean, the only way they could do that is if they totally lampoon the idea. But John Candy, though, why would you? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they did it with Carrie Fisher with Rogue One. I don't know. I don't know. Anton, bad idea. That actor would be Josh Gad. That is a good call, Spaded One. Ooh, that's a great call. Ghost have thoughts on Mofex T2 John Connor figure announced. I did not see that. I saw a bunch of the bullet holes that made it look like what? Oh man, the one that was kind of the villainous guy that was after everybody in Terminator 2. Why can't I remember that name? But no, I didn't see that John Connor figure was announced. But man, they keep doing these things. We're gonna get a great Punisher out of this if that rumor is to be believed. Just because they're really going with those dark leather clad, like throwdown kinds of characters. That could be cool. Can I make it on YouTube? Thank you, Pixelated. I thought that's what you were saying. It took me a little bit to read it back over and go, wait, what? But much appreciated, man. Skew. Anton, they said someone funny is playing Mog's son. Haven't heard that CGI thing. Bill Pullman's son is playing his son, Sentry. Yeah. Yeah, and I think they'll do good. I do trust that this will be a good movie. Skew crap. It is going to be Josh Gad, isn't it? That's the one. Oh dear. I mean, it's right though. I mean, come on, Spaded One. It's the right casting move. It's a plastic-like material. You can paint it using thin washes for a translucent effect. Use them for a base and adjust with clear Elmer's glue. Pixel knows about the best ways to use this stuff. Oh man, you guys are, well, kind of amazing. Naked Gun came out today. Oh, okay. I definitely need to see it. I've seen the poster on the socials where he says something like all hands on deck or something. Hate to bring up a different topic, but there's a rumor of a Mofex T2 John Connor. That's what Ghost Dad was just saying. I definitely need to check that out. Let's see, what have we? My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Oh no. That's terrible. There is sadness now. Rick Moranis is back. That's a major achievement unlocked. No, sir, I didn't see you playing with your figures again. Oh, I got it. Yeah, that needs to be watched. I want to find that cement effect. Let me get through. Let's see. They showed teaser pictures of Mofex, John Connor, and T1000. T1000 is who I was thinking. Let me see here real quick. Let's get out of this and let's go for. I know Preternia oftentimes posts that kind of stuff. And since I'm already on IG, let's see if we can find those teasers here. If we can't, then we might go elsewhere. Oh, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the John Connor. This is the picture I saw. So yeah, I was thinking that would be cool. And what are they going to do? Mofex is not, they're not averse to doing things like this and then giving him like the regular front torso either. So I'm curious because what they did with Catwoman is you can pop this part, you can pop off from her diaphragm up and her waist down. You can remove this piece, like the lower torso piece, and replace it with another lower torso piece to simulate like either the whip around her for her belt or the whip not around her for her belt. And then on Nightwing, they made it so you can pop off the back so he can have like the batons on his back or it can be totally clean. So they're not averse to switching out this piece and maybe here they'd pop out the front to give him a clean look there too. So basically, we could have another police figure. Craziness. Prime Earth is, you find that out in Crisis. Okay, got it, Anton. Thank you. Heavy duty arriving tomorrow. UK shipping snake armor. Nice. Good to see you, Mr. Matson. I love that heavy duty. So I might need to load up there. But I love the Vipers too, and I haven't yet loaded up. I got to get to work. I'm stoked for the Mofex, John Connor, and T1000. I'm in. Give me a Sarah, and I can walk away. No, you can't, Spaded One. You can't walk away. They would give you something else too. Then you'd be like, oh no, I must get more. Mel Brooks would make the digital John Candy super funny. You know there would be so many meta references. I know that's the thing. That's the thing that might make it okay. But I don't know. Hopefully that's not what they do, but maybe there's like a hologram recording, kind of like what they did for Harold Ramis for Ghostbusters. Not a hologram, but obviously they put the ghost of him in there. I use the polyester sheets primarily for fish fins and the cores of bird wings. So what do you, okay, Star, I'm not even thinking things like fins and wings. What are you building over there? I was just thinking explosions and light up effects and all these other things, but now I'm curious. Nah, man, Josh Gad isn't funny, like at all. I mean, you're right, but he looks the part. Hopefully, the director would be decent. Star, the polyester could be really valuable in marking the cores and maintaining the contours for firearms. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. Got to track down that NECA Casey and dirt bike 2-pack on clearance for John Connor's bike now, I guess. That's true, because isn't that bike that Casey came with, isn't that a little small? Because obviously they're slightly, like the movie figures are a slightly different scale than 112. Anton, what have you, the Punisher is coming back to comics, and yes, you were wearing the Skull shirt. Awesome. I love he's coming back and he's gonna crush it. And they're gonna make him in Mofex. And the Punisher is gonna have this great renaissance. That T1000 is gonna have two torsos, two of the Mofex Wickfoot. Yeah, figs use the same gimmick. Perfect. That's what I was wondering. That's gonna make him pricey, but it's gonna be cool. I prefer the T1000 Silver Surfer look. Oh, he's gonna look really rad. Spaded, I defer to you on Josh. I recognize him, but have seen zero movies that I remember. I mean, he looks right. We can't argue he looks right, but yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Spaded One. I'm sure it's coming. They've already done variants in the line with the T2, T800, regular and battle damaged. Woo, what have we? I hope so, yes. Sarah Connor, they do kind of need Sarah Connor in there, don't they? Josh Gad is involved in the Spaceballs 2 project. That tells me he is self casting in any fat and unfunny character. Ah. Maybe, maybe they'll make a joke out of that. Like John Candy was legendarily hilarious. Maybe Josh Gad will have to play this super serious figure, like this character that everybody gets to pick on. That's the only way I can see it working. And not even like a good serious. Like, I don't know. Would the studio have to get permission from John Candy's estate to use his image? I am sure. But if anybody's going to be able to do that, Star, I would think Mel Brooks could pull it off. Mel Brooks, at this point in his career, has to be one of the most powerful men in Hollywood. And he's legit funny, just like John Candy was legit funny. Anton, I know what I might say is blasphemy, but I think the T2 Judgment Day is better than the original. Ooh, I haven't seen T2. I did see the original, but I haven't seen T2 yet. But I don't know that that's blasphemy, Anton. I think a lot of people would agree with you. Ghost tab to cope. I will open a tab and watch Weird Al. Oh no. It has happened. Fat. They're just gonna cast anybody. Hey, are you an overweight actor? Throw it in there. The NECA Fortnite is scaled and designed for T2 John Connor. A notoriously small figure should scale perfectly for 112. Sweet. All right. Then that'll work. The NECA Fortnite dirt bike. Yeah. Thanks, Spaded One. I should have caught that. Did NECA make a Sarah Connor? I don't know. Anton, I saw as you were scrolling down that Winston and that, oh yeah, Renegade Sandman looks really cool. That's true. They do look good. I don't talk about the Ghostbusters stuff much because of how limited they are articulation wise. But if you guys want to chat about them, we'll head back to Winston. Oh yes, T2 is the superior film. It's a remake of T1 with a bigger budget. Nice. I'll be back. And that's where I'll be back came from what I recall. I don't know. I don't know. That episode about the Sandman, they said it was so scary that ABC made them change the script because in the original script, he remains in hiding so he never gets trapped. See, that's awesome. And we can do that now with our figures. See? Shahan? Yeah, that's what we do now. Spaded One. Wait, what? T2 is better than T1. It's literally top 5 action movies ever and top 3 sequels of all time. There you go. I'm guessing I need to see T2 now. But I'm kind of burned out, guys. I took a moment and I watched what was Godzilla -1 last weekend. I don't think I can watch another pop culture movie I haven't seen yet for another year or so. You haven't seen T2, Dave? Come on, let's not be shocked. Bad nerd, this guy. Your stock just took a nosedive. One of the best action movies of all time. All right, all right, all right. I will find T2. I will find it soon, I promise. But ABC made them change it. Got it. So they made it so that Sandman, he had to be captured. That's a shame, man, because that would, on the other hand, kids might have freaked out. Skew, T2 is a must, Dave. Put it on the watch list. Saw it in the theaters. It was fire. Oh, dear. All right, all right. It's on the list. At least you guys know that I do watch some of the stuff on the list from time to time. I own maybe 25 movies physically, and one of them is T2. Oh, man. I need to get more physical movies, honestly. Let's see. Star. What have ye, Star? I'm finding my wife's sponge hair rollers all over my floor. Got me thinking how they look like they could be used for barrels, pipes, machinery. Tear them and paint them. Battle damage. That's a cool idea, too. See, Star, I think so. There are some things I'm simply ignorant of, but your brain works in a way that I wish mine did. Like that just sounds like a fun idea. Pixelate Dave, not seeing the anime is one thing, but no T2. It's not Godzilla -1. I'm gonna have to live on that for a little while. Spay one. Dave's never seen T2. We're not gonna make it, are we? People, I mean. Well, if the fate of the human race is on the line, I will indeed watch T2. Don't worry. Let's go back to what Anton was talking about. Let's check out Winston here, along with, this is the Sandman, correct? Yeah. Man, Winston comes with quite a bit. And the Sandman does as well. But the reason, like I said, guys, that I don't talk about these is how limited the articulation is. I think they look amazing. Like they killed it. And when you get the entire group and the ghosts, it'll work for photos. But I don't see them as individual figures being phenomenal for pics. Like this looks cool. That would probably work for photos. And Sandman just being a big monster, yeah. But if I were to get this, it would be because of Winston and Pete and Egon and the eventual Ray. Like, I like the ghosts. I think the ghosts are great. I think they did a great job on this. They just didn't prioritize things like extra hands and articulation. So those are why I don't get into them. But that doesn't mean I'm going to burn anybody else for being into them because they look good. But I can see, check this out, Anton. See how you've got the Sandman going into the trap. So clear, even Mondo was like, man, we better do that. We don't want ABC breathing down our necks. It's probably not true. Mondo doesn't care. But I think after that, after what you just said, that's kind of a fun little thing to throw in there. And these guys seem to know what's up. They probably know that trivia as well. Whoa. Nope. $202? No, thank you. That's kind of where I'm at. Plus, all the things I talked about, how it wouldn't work for me from a photogenic perspective. Ghost Tab. If Dave watching T2 is what determines the fate of mankind, just like T2, Judgment Day. Yeah, I mean, I might have to stay up past 9 or 10 tonight. You guys might have to let me go so I can save humanity. Super 7 can float away with that overpriced plastic bird cutter, too. I saw Mad Hatter talk about that today. And yeah, that seems pretty pricey. But again, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know enough. I wish I did. I wish I could sit here and say objectively, yeah, they want way too much. My gut is they do because Super 7 just seems they seem wildly out of touch for what they offer for more money compared to what a lot of other companies offer for less. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the factory they use or the plastics. I'm just not sure. Skew, the real Ghostbusters fans will love them, but they need articulation. Yeah, Ghostbusters seems to be one of those franchises that just doesn't get as much love as maybe it should because it does seem that a lot of people really get into it and they're just not served all that well. All right, guys, so it is 8:14. Let's go till about 8:30. And I want to try and find where I swear that there is a Tamashii Nations like cement kind of, let me see. It was like a cement effect or, yeah, hang on. And if I can find it, I'll be sure to pull it up. Concrete crash is what they call it. Okay, hang on. Oh, that looks okay. That's not quite what I was thinking for you, Pixelated. But hang on. Machine translation. Oh, good. Select. Yeah. That'll work. Okay, save. Now take me back to that. Okay, hold on, guys. Don't worry. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. We will present the screen. There we go. So there's that concrete I was thinking of, but for some reason I was thinking there were smaller pieces. It's still pretty sweet. Oh, okay, there is a slightly smaller piece, but if it only comes with a couple of those, that really doesn't do much for us for like a punching through a wall effect, you know? That is kind of sweet though. And that reminds me of, and I almost, well, any Jedi lifting a lot of rocks and stuff. Like that's sweet. But yeah, that's another effect that I look at and I'm going, huh, I might need to get something along those lines. And 38.50 yen, what's that, 20 to 25 bucks, something in there. But yeah, I think this is a pretty sweet effect. That the problem with their effects is I've got this one smoke. I want to get like two or three more of the smoke effects. I'd want to get a bunch of these concrete effects. So yeah, it's good stuff. I likes it a lot. Let me see. There we go. We're blown up a little bit. But I think that's a pretty sweet effect too. Anton, when I went to see Terminator 2, did I just say Terminator? When I went to see Terminator 2, people were sitting in the aisles. I've never seen that since the original Batman. Everyone cried when Arnold Schwarzenegger said, I know why you cry. I know why you cry. It is bad. You shouldn't do that. I'm a terrible person for impersonating Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's horrible. Bird cutter to the ramen cutter. What? Oh, I need to know more. Ramen cutter. Help me, Gustav. The night person. What's going on, man? Thank you for stopping in. I feel like making articulated ghost would be a real money printer, but I don't know. Ooh, that would be kind of cool. Like if you could make it translucent, can you like do they work with I'm wondering, is there any okay guys, so some of you must get into 3D printing just a touch. I never have. Do they make anything where you can use like acrylic, like clear acrylic? Can you print with that or no? Because you could make ghosts that would be ridiculously cool and probably with a few pretty basic joints. Spaded, Mondo and Super 7 confused me. Their 1/6 scale stuff looks nice, but it's the same price or more as Hot Toys stuff with full soft goods and accessories with moving parts. It's got to have to do with a more limited run. I mean, at least when you think of the basic economic sense, right? So I would think maybe more of a limited run and the cost of the license would be those two things would be the major contributors. But I don't know, and maybe plastic has really gone up and cloth has gone down. I don't know. I do need to look at some of the pricing. A while back, I did a video where I talked about how the prices of, say, plastics and paints have gone up, and some of them have eclipsed inflation. Others have stayed right with inflation, all that stuff. So I need to look at some of those things. Sorry, I was reading SKUs for the night person there and I got confused easily. Like here, asking premium money for regular products. I get that. I get that. Although they do enough Marvel stuff where I wouldn't think that would fall under the whole like limited run. I don't know. 3-ply prices for single ply rolls. And all we really want are double ply figures. My family grew up, well, I grew up with my family owning a cleaning company. And one of my rules because of that cleaning company is to never have 1-ply toilet paper in my home ever. That's a rule. That stuff ain't right. That's too grit. Anton, yeah, for Winston. Originally, Ernie Hudson auditions to be Winston in the cartoon, and it was given to Arsenio Hall instead. I didn't even know that. Like, I had no idea Arsenio Hall was Winston in the cartoon. Let's see. What have we skill? Dave wants the smoke effects. Good ones. Smoke effects. Good ones. Yes, I want all the effects. Give me all the effects. Anton, God bless her with Enzo Music. Let's see, the Superior, Peter Venkman. Enzo. What was ah, sorry, Anton. I was trying to remember. Was his name Enzo Music? That could work. Make a gray wall, then cut a hole in it. The floating pieces are icing on the cake to sell the effect. Okay. I mean, we do have some small pieces, but for some reason I was thinking there were more. On the other hand, if you had too many small pieces, I guess it would kind of be impractical to package. Impact damage. Try using thin layers of Bondo sanded out onto a surface of parchment paper. When dry, smash it. Maybe pre-cut the lines as guides and then glue the debris in place where you want it. Star, my only problem with that. I know this family who had 9 kids, and the 9 kids are more my generation, let's say, right? Like, so mom and dad, 9 kids, their parents are awesome. I know the kids are awesome, all that stuff, right? So the reason that I say that is there was one car they had that just wouldn't die, and it kept getting passed down from sibling to sibling. So the sibling that was actually in my grade, I was over there and we were hanging out and we were patching up his car and we were using Bondo. And suddenly I picked up the can and I read the back of it and it said may cause neurological damage. And even in high school, I thought to myself, that doesn't sound good. Maybe we shouldn't be using so much Bondo. That's my only problem and my only experience with Bondo. But if we can find something else that would work, that would be key. Oh, Bondo. Oh, it's like the spam of car part things, car repair. Ghost have, there's a Tamashii effect that looks like somebody is punching the ground, the cement clash. Let's see, we're the most expensive set of rocks I bought at 4 a.m. Pause. Oh, wow. Did they have? I didn't know about the cement ones. I know that they've got the brown rocks. Like I've seen those in multiple spots. Anton, what have ye? The writer said that the salmon character haunted him. He had to, the Sam Hain, I assume, character haunted him. He had to sleep with the lights on. Let them call me renegade. Ah, so many buttons. Sci-fi, how about colored saran wrap or cellophane for liquid effects or background highlights, such as for members of the different Lantern Corps? Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. And I know sci-fi cellophane, like people were talking about, like I came across it again today, and I think we talked about how you could take saran wrap, cellophane, all that stuff, and make it look like waves, like it's almost crashing against a shore, and it looks pretty good. So I think that's a great call. We could do something like take maybe a teal or maybe an aqua slight color, like a sheet of something, lay it down, and then put some of that cellophane over it, and it might look like water rapids or something. That would look really cool, actually. That might be a really cool call. And for different members of the Lantern Corps, I like that too. I need Mofex to make me Green Lantern, people. They need to make me all the Justice League. This needs to happen quickly. This with a wall will be awesome. That's what I was thinking. But again, I thought there were more smaller parts. Still, I think you get see, this is another one. You have to buy like 3 or 4 of them and you can make them work perfectly for everything you want. Excuse sci-fi, that will. Maybe use some clear Tinker Toys rods to wrap the saran wrap around. Ooh, you guys have great ideas. Good Lord, I'm such a noob with this kind of stuff. Oh, hey, Rando Live. Cool. I hope you're all doing good. EJO. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're having good times. Hope you're having a blast as well. Woo! See you, man. But have we started? For floating ghost capes or torn ghost rags, try coating ragged shreds of fabric with hodgepodge. When dry, they'll look quite ethereal. Might be pretty cool. Hodgepodge is clearly something I need to be checking into. I might need, you know what I should do? I need to find somebody that I know that's really into like crafts like that, because maybe they would have some great ideas and stuff that maybe they could basically walk me through a Hobby Lobby or a Michaels or something like that and say this will work for that, this will work for this will work for that. I think that might be a plan. That's my new idea for coming up with stuff, is for me to not have to come up with it at all, just make somebody else do the work. Neurological damage? That would explain a lot. I knew as soon as I said it, I was opening myself up for much. That basically is why I haven't seen T2, I'm pretty sure. Ghost have a family of 9 kids. Wow, do you know what they all have in common? They all watch T2. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that, Ghost have. Actually, knowing the family, it wouldn't surprise me if a couple of them didn't. Sci-fi, Scott's toilet paper, low grade tissue, premium grade sandpaper. Yeah, they actually sell it at Home Depot in the sandpaper section. It's weird. It's like you use it to wipe off your tools or something. I'm not sure. Make them more porous so they grip better. I'm pushing all the buttons today. Star alien sinew can be achieved using stretched plastic wrap coated with clear resin or clear Elmer's glue. You know what? If we're talking things like saliva coming off of a character like Venom, you might not even need any Elmer's glue or clear resin. You might be able to just wrap that up tight enough where it's just dangling. Ugh, that's nasty, but I think it would work. I think that where you, like I said, you wouldn't even need that. But if you needed to shape it or you wanted to shape it a specific way, that would be ideal. Maybe try thin plaster instead. The shatter point should look the same as Bondo, I think. There we go. All right. All right. Thank you, Star. That might be a really cool idea, actually, to just take a hammer and hit it ever so gently to get those shatter points. Ah, all right. The warm chocolate milk's gone. That makes me happy. What doesn't make me happy is it really got kind of warm. So, what else do we have here that we should be checking out? That was nice. I'm glad I found this. I definitely need to pick this up. This is good stuff. We'll close these out. Ah, but yeah, I figured you guys might be happy to know that I'll finally be able, like, I'm not kidding. As soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna get on the whole DocuSign thing with the ToyPix email and be like, okay, I need internet, and that's apparently going to set me up. It's weird doing a business internet versus doing a personal. Like, I have a business account person I have to talk to instead of just going in there and saying, "Hey, just give me a router, will you? I'm going to go hook this up." So it was a little different there. Spaded one. There's a shop I go to that has a bunch of these different Tamashii effects. I may need to invest. Yes. That'd be sweet, spaded one. Once the product photography starts bringing in all the cash, then what I'm going to do is just buy effects. That's it. No more figures. None of that. I'm just buying effects. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I will be getting a lot more effects. That's going to be a blast. A blast effect. Heyo! I shouldn't talk. There are just those times where talking is all the problem. Not half the battle, not even half the problem. It's all the problem. It's what happens when I do it from time to time. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're pretty much at 8:30. In fact, it just hit 8:30. So thanks as always for stopping by and talking effects. I massively appreciate it because I need to know more. I need to get better at photos with regular effects with these guys. That'll make me happy. But you know the drill. You could have done anything tonight, and you chose to hang out here with the greatest chatters in all the internet. So thanks again. And until next time, have fun. Happy snapping. See ya. I'm hitting end stream now. It's going to be weird. Let's see how awkward this is. Okay. Now I'm just